How special is it for you, Matthew, to be with Mike, man? You know what I mean? To be in this position right now.
Very, very special. It's just a blessing.
You're living your dream right now, Matthew?
Yeah. There's more like to come. And I love you guys with all my heart.
We love you too with all our heart. Hey, we're here at the Mike Tyson Hotboxin show, and I have one of my favorite people here. All right, I have Matthew Fernandez here with his friend Charlie and Henry. I'm very excited. Man.
No, we're super excited. Come on, guys. Let's see a round of applause over here. Let's get it. Pumping.
Hey, Henry, I love that you brought that. Everybody clapping.
One more time, Mike. Come on. Matthew,
we love you, brother. All right, talk to us, Charlie, about Matthew, man. Talk to us.
Matthew DM'd me 10 days ago, and immediately I was like, I gotta meet you. Like, he was so inspiring.
You know, forgive my ignorance. I'm a square. What is DMT?
So
I know DMT, but what is DMT?
Yeah. Oh, DM, direct message on Instagram.
Right.
He messaged me.
All right.
And 3 hours later, I pull up at his house, and I just wanted to ask him one question. Mm-hmm. I was like, Matthew, what's your dream? Like, you're so inspiring, but like, what's your dream? Because Matthew has cerebral palsy, but the doctors told him he would be a vegetable. And
they know.
Like, yeah, he proved them all wrong, and his mindset is proof like you can overcome, but he has two dreams. His dream is to be able to walk for the first time on his own. And the second dream, because he's really inspired by Nipsey Hussle, I was like, okay, if you can make a lot of money to be able to afford the treatments and the physical therapy and the equipment to be able to walk, how would you make your money? He said, I want to have a clothing line like Nipsey Hussle. Well, last night his clothing line came out, and he sold $300,000 in the first 12 hours.
Damn, come on, guys.
Come on, Matthew.
That's a round of applause, man.
Yeah, but what gave you that thought? That's simple. What gave you that thought?
The clothing line thought?
Yeah, what gave you that thought? What was it about Nipsey Hussle that gave you that inspiration?
How he helped his community, like how he helped the people strive for success, and that's what I love about him.
I think that's cool. You kind of brought that up pretty profound, Mike, because you are right. Money is money, but the thought that you have in your mind that you want to manifest is priceless, right, Mike?
Incredible.
Matthew, believe it or not, even though like he has a hard time walking and talking, like in school, AB student, he won homecoming queen. He went to college, like he went to ELAC, like very smart, like smarter than, I told him, you're probably smarter than all of us in this room. And that's why like when he went to design his first designs, he pulled out a piece of paper and the things he started designing were genius. I'm like, cause I've done clothing my whole life, like merch. And I was like, this is some of the best stuff I've seen. And this is within a few days of meeting him. And I'm like, okay, I think he was meant for this.
So what do you tell him about this talent that he possessed? You know, you seem to be his mentor. Mm-hmm. What do you tell him about this talent that he possessed?
Like, when I saw what he was capable of, I was like, okay, like he's fully capable of running a business, no doubt. And what he's going to be able to do with it, because now, the problem is, like with cerebral palsy, he needs to get his muscles strong. But he lives in a vertical apartment and there's nowhere to walk in the apartment. In the neighborhood he lives in, he can't practice walking outside. It's very dangerous. Like somebody, got killed, a few doors down. And I talked to his mom and she was like, it would just be so nice to be able to live in a flat home in a neighborhood with sidewalks. And so he had that motivation. And like, I think there was something really divine about it. Like whatever he channeled and manifested, he manifested us into his life. And now they're going to be able to move into that home. He's going to be able to have the equipment. He's going to be able to overcome and be able to take those first steps.
You know, in all due respect, you know, no really. What does he know about God?
Oh man, I'll let him speak on that. But from what I've seen, this man's got a direct line.
Well, it appears that way to me too. So I want to know what's his experience with this. You know, I'm trying to learn. I'm not trying to teach right now.
Mm-hmm. I think his brother could probably speak a little bit better on
Hey,
it.
Mike, get over here in the seat, man. I told you to get in the seat, man. You never got in the seat.
That's awesome. But speaking about you, Charlie, I mean, you've been inspired. You're not your typical average. Well, actually, you were an average Joe.
Who are you?
I'll say the first thing I'll say is a dreamer. And I just always believe that like everything is possible, like not anything, but I used to manage 2 Chainz for 10 years. I discovered 2 Chainz when he was Titty Boy.
What's a titty boy?
Titty Boy? That was his rapper name before he was 2 Chainz.
Okay.
Like in the country of Georgia.
Okay,
where he's
it's no
from.
problem. It's okay.
But I used to manage artists, recording artists from Atlanta. I had one of the biggest hip hop firms. And at the height of my career, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor and I was 300 pounds. And like, as facing death, I was just like, okay, well, you start really thinking about your dreams when you're about to die. The dreams you didn't accomplish. Because all I knew was, I knew how to make money, but I settled because when I was little, all I wanted to do was be an athlete. Like, that was my dream. Like, I would literally have nightmares where I would die in my sleep. And my thought when I would wake up is like, dang, I didn't get to experience what it was like to have my dream come true because I buried that athletic dream because I was always overweight my whole life. So I said, all right, I'm gonna be a businessman. And, you know, my business took off as a young man. I was Soulja Boy's cameraman, managed, you know, these recording artists. But then I was like, you know what? I wanna go back. I wanna go back to my original dream. And that's when I got really connected with God and I needed a miracle. And within a year and a half of me retiring from my business, I ran 5 marathons. I did an Ironman. I reversed my brain tumor. And the biggest Nike commercial of all time was dedicated to me, the Colin Kaepernick commercial. I was in it. Nike named it after me. It was called Dream Crazy. I made a fan-made Nike commercial that inspired Nike to create that film. And it was all about dreams. So all my dreams came true. And that's what made me, at that point, say, I want to dedicate my life to making other people's dreams come true because I got everything. And that's what leads me to Matthew.
Yeah, we have Matthew's brother too, man. Miguel Angel, man. What's your take on everything that's been going on with
What's
your
your
brother
take
right
on
now?
this guy that you don't know and he don't know, and they have this bond?
I think it's beautiful. I think energy attracts energy, and good people attract good people. And Charlie's been a huge blessing for our life because he just popped in on my mother's birthday. And he's all like, yo, let's manifest your dreams, man. And it's so beautiful because, you know, when my mom takes care of my brother 24/7. And this is like her dream come true, to have like a whole army backing up Matthew. Because, you know, we all want Matthew to live a fruitful life. We want Matthew to run. We want Matthew to have friends. We want Matthew to experience all the things that I've experienced as a brother, right? But unfortunately, you know, for 22 years, it's been him alone with the family. So now having Brother Charlie and the whole dream team pulling up, man, there's thousands of people supporting Matthew, you know, saying, hey, you're not alone. And that's energy, bro. It's all energy. That's my take on that.
It's really interesting how like people are like reflections of you. Like when I met Matthew, I didn't know much about him. But when I pulled up and started asking him, and I saw how much he loved hip hop. And I was like, wow, that was like a reflection of me. Like, cause that was a big part of my life. And then when I saw like what his family and like his mother, like believes in all the metaphysical and Eastern medicines and healing. And I'm like, that's a big part of me too. And I'm like, it's no secret why we're here, why we attract, why we find the people that are in our lives, because I mean, I think we're just like a reflection of each other. And that's why like these divine things happen where 1 + 1 could equal 3 or 1,000 instead of 2.
We're product of our
Surrounding.
era, our generation, slaves to it.
Yeah.
Slaves to
Yeah, you're right. I do remember conversating you one time, Mike. I don't know if you remember this, but we're in Jacksonville, Florida. We're getting ready. We're getting ready to jump on the plane, on the private plane. And I remember you were just talking about life, about society. It's like, why do you got to get married now? Is it because society's telling you? Like, you know what I'm saying? When she said that, I'm just like,
No, that's
man,
what
we're
it
kind
does.
of programmed a little bit, Mike.
A little bit.
A lot of it.
Listen, we're so programmed. I was just looking at this show about how much control our phone and had all over us and everything. So I made a promise to myself. I only use my phone on Mondays. Once a week, I use my phone because I saw the process and I see the process of it's so bad. My son has the television and the computer playing. And if I turned off the television, hey, what are you doing? He's not even looking at it, but it's that energy, that vibration that he has to have it. And then one day they're gonna turn it all off, and it's gonna be anarchy out here. You know how mad motherfuckers gonna be when they don't got that phone, this shit right here, and that computer.
Having close death encounters, Charlie. 'Cause I imagine that's kind of what you've been through, close death encounters, right, Mike?
Yeah, but death is harmony. I don't know. Life is the willingness to die. You know, because we're gonna do it anyway. So, and we always we fight it. We fight it. We never give in to it. We fight it. We're born to give in to it, but still we fight it. That's the sin we have in us, fighting God. You think you're fighting something bad that's hurting you, but you're fighting God. Death is God. You're not gonna let it go with it.
Let's go with the flow.
Go with it.
Charlie, is that something that you have the same philosophy as Mike? Somebody that you had a tumor, bro. You want to describe that a little bit? I mean, how bad that was?
Like I remember there was this day, cause like my whole life being on a diet from age 8, I would always like starve myself. But like food is a lot like
Me
breathing.
too.
Really?
I starved myself because I see what it did to my family. All my family's obese. My sister died of obesity, around 500 pounds, heart bust. So all my family are very obese. And, you know, big country motherfuckers from the South eating all that bad shit.
Yep.
And that's my family. That's just my family. They can't stop it. Highly educated. My brother's a doctor, smart, and he still can't. He's a great man. Still can't stop putting stuff in his mouth.
And I still struggle with it.
Oh, I do too, but I'd rather die than be like that. I would starve myself to death.
Right.
Sometimes I go and I'm a Muslim. I'm not a dedicated Muslim, but sometimes I will go on my fast, not for 30, but 45 days. Not even for God, but for vanity, my weight. But since it's the Ramadan, that gives me a reason to do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you feel what does it teach you, Mike? The fasting.
It teaches me that I can endure more than anyone.
Do you feel cleaner when you come out of like Ramadan, like of 30x days of doing
I
it?
feel like I feel like I took the most powerful drugs I ever took in my life.
By just being clean.
Yeah, because you know
Why is it so hard to smoke weed?
Listen, brother. Do you know your fat needs a certain amount of brain to function, and when you go on fast, that it thins out that meat, that fat, and you start talking and shit start happening. You start seeing shit.
Yeah.
The mind has a lot of fat. The mind works better. The fatter it is, the better it works. The more you fast, the less fat is in the brain. And the less fat in the brain, then you start seeing shit and hallucinating and then passing out and may die. So the people that say fat is bad, no, fat has its place in life. That's why it's here.
Yeah.
Everything that's here on this planet has its place in life. How we know about the toad, how we know about all these special medicines.
It's
trial and error, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, Mike. It's so simplified for us because we know that the medicine is on Earth.
Yeah, but let me talk about this. Have Charlie ever used any medicine? like plant medicine or animal medicine?
Like how I reversed my brain tumor was literally just with plants. Like
Tell me about them.
I went vegan. The crazy thing I experienced with it, really like the foundation of me solving my issue with food addiction and just like my brain tumor and all that was, I just asked myself a simple question. I said, if you are what you eat, is what I'm eating dead or alive? And I just started looking at food as if like, all right, if I eat like a Cliff Bar, you know, that's vegan, but it's dead. It could sit there for like 3 years. Like it's just not vibrating like that.
Brother, can I ask you what? Me and my wife was talking and we were saying, let's look at the one. How long? Because sometimes I be fasting for I haven't eaten nothing. And sometimes I go to the bathroom, I take a shit this long. I said, now where? So I go like this to my wife. So I said, and it's thick. I go to my wife. I said, baby, I haven't eaten in 25 days. Where did this come from? How long did it stay in your system? How could all that stay in your system without you eating?
That's crazy.
Right. So many microscopic things that I guess there's a lot of things that we haven't discovered, but one thing I will say that we have discovered has been medicine.
Yeah, it keeps improving. You know, it keeps improving. This is interesting. Let me explain about venereal disease. They started off in biblical times as rashes. And so
like leprosy?
It's rash, but people were dirty back then. They had a lot of germs. But once they got enlightened on cleaning, they stopped losing. The thing was scared. The rash was scared that it was going to be extinct.
Yeah.
So it went from a rash and it went into a venereal. Just for protection. A lot of protection up there. We can't get them.
No way.
We got to shoot some stuff in us to get them. So they want to survive, so they went into us in our vaginal areas.
Like so through the pee hole.
Probably got through there or through our pores. Listen, what's killing us now is time. And time is invisible. It's right here. A lot of particles are coming out, and this is how we die. We can't even see our death.
Godly.
You know how much we're getting poisoned? Right this minute, we're getting poisoned by God's dust. We don't even know it.
Light up a joint, man. Let's make it right, Mike.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, my man's right here. I'm giving respect for my man.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what it is, man. We're born to die. So we gotta pick a way that we die. We die in peace or we die in chaos.
That was deep. That was actually deep. Remember after your training, you talked to Dre and I, and you were talking about you're born losing already.
Oh, absolutely.
As the time goes by.
As time goes by, we lose our friends, we lose our hair, we lose our teeth, we lose our sexual desire, and we wonder, why the hell am I here anymore? Everybody I love is dead. I love my grandkids and my kids and everything, but they don't, I love them, you know, but they don't I don't understand them. That's what these old guys say. I love my wife, I love my kids, but I don't understand them.
Right.
And next thing you know, God takes you, or the heavens take you.
Exactly. So having to know that, right, is just, you have to make most of your life. Live your life like there is no tomorrow.
Let me explain something. The only thing that keeps us in check in life, all of us, psychos and everybody, is that expiration date. We never forget that. We forget everything else in life. We forget this number. We forget when our parents call. We never forget the possibility of that expiration date. That's the only thing that keeps us in perspective. That's what makes us work hard for our kids until that expiration date comes. You know, once you get conscious of the expiration date, you become a totally different person. You look at life totally different.
Right.
You're looking about what you can leave before you go.
Exactly.
You think you had those thoughts, Mike, when you think the toad revealed that, or you think you already had that?
No, the toad revealed that. Only thing I thought about before the toad was my dick. But the toad really put that in check, you know. And I used to be scared. I used to pray 1,000 times before I take it. Now I can't look. I take it too much. I just have to take it. Sometimes
you get scared, Mike, before you do it.
Huh? I'm looking for the first 10 times I was scared, but now I look so much forward to do it. I do it all now.
Are y'all talking about the venom?
The toad, yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking ready to do the scorpion venom. I'm gonna do the white cobra venom.
God,
I'm gonna do the centipede.
You gotta let me in on that, because I remember that first time I did the toad with you, Mike. I'll be honest with you, I was shitting bricks that night.
Listen,
Like
the first time I did it in that room there, right? And I thought, I'm macho. Yeah, give me this shit, right? When I did that, and I died, I said, oh, these white motherfuckers killed me. I stopped trying to prove something to these white motherfuckers. I died. And I said, and then I woke up, and the first thing I said when I woke up, where's my wife? Because once you take the toll, you don't think about your kids. You facing the divine elements. And it's scary because it's like this. There's things that all of us have that we keep secret. If we let somebody know, we be ashamed. And the toll opens it up and you feel like all your secrets are let out and the whole world know every secret you ever have. Imagine that frightening feeling. Imagine that feeling. Can you imagine that feeling? Your friends know every secret you ever had since the day you were born. Or every mistake you made from a human perspective. Imagine somebody knowing all that. That's what the toll does. It makes you totally oblivious, but frightened at the same time. And then when it's over, next thing you know, you're crying and happy and can't wait to do it again. It has that effect on you. You know, they've been here before us. When you really think about the specifics of who we are, we can't even tell you who we are.
Yeah.
If we can tell you who we were at this stage of our life, we'd be some limited motherfuckers. I don't know who I am. You don't know. You know, we can make up who we are. Yeah, I'm a fly nigga making money, do that. Also, I'm an honest guy, do this, I work hard. We can say these things, but we don't know who we are, where we came from. You know?
I think so you guys are probably, you know what I mean? That's a trip what he's saying, but he's right, dude. When you do it, it's like you get a reality check that it's just like, man, I thought life was about this.
No.
And it strips everything.
Imagine if life about he's the divine one. They're special, because look, you see he have all of us loving him. Yeah. Even though we don't want to show, this how God allows us to show our humbleness and our passion and compassion. Yeah. You know, we're all assholes. We got some stuff about us that, you know, we do that, you know, not cool probably in society, but when it comes down to life, this is what it is. We all have to take care of one another. So, you know, imagine he was a prick, his family was a prick. Oh, he's in the fucking way. I can't go out now because this motherfucker here and all this shit. I can't fuck this bitch because he's here. And imagine if they were like, no, there's people out there like that. Yeah. You know how easy it is to be selfish? It's so easy to be selfish than it is to be kind. And it's easy to be kind, right? So you know how easy, it's twice and 10 times easy to be selfish. And he gets nothing but love.
Oh, yeah. Matthew made our family way closer. We're a tribe for sure.
Yes. 100%. It makes it better.
100%.
My children make my life better. You know, it wasn't for my children, I'm an animal. My wife and my family, without them, I have no self-dignity, no self-respect. I would do anything. But, you know, my family and love totally put all that piece of shit activity out the window.
Yeah. Now, recovering from that tumor, Charlie, and obviously losing 110 pounds to like literally getting a second chance at life. Mm-hmm. You know, your goal now is to help 1 million people, right? Mm-hmm. With pretty much 1 million dreams, and obviously Matthew is one of them. Mm-hmm. You know, are you like that go-getter that finds those inspirational stories and you try to turn those into, you know, how does that work? Because man, I would love to be part of that line, man. Where's the line at?
Man, we're launching a tour in like 8 days. Like we have a tour bus called the Dream Machine. And we literally, like when COVID hit, I sold my house, I moved into the bus, and I hit the road because they told us, like, everybody go inside. And my whole life, like, rules are important. But if I see a rule, I'm like, I'm going, like, people need help. Like, let's go. Like, people's dreams are dying if they got to sit in their house all day. And so I hit the road and like I got all these amazing people that we call them all dream hitchhikers. Everybody here, I picked up. Like my best friend from middle school, like I call him Langford right here. My best friend, he's big time auditor at the FDIC, works full time. I call him up. I said, hey, I'm on tour. I need my boy. He said, how long you need me on the road? I said, give me 3 days. He's been on the road with us for 13 months, and he just retired from the FDIC yesterday. He's full-time Dream Machine CFO. Every single person here left their corporate jobs, moved from the UK, corporate job. Like everybody's a dreamer because we're inspired by people like Matthew. So we're launching a tour. We're giving away $1 million in 45 days of our cryptocurrency, USD, but like of the Dreamer token. So every day we got $22,000 to give away to help people with their dreams to keep the dream alive. So, I mean, I'm going to spend my whole life doing this. I'm gonna do everything I can to be, you know, just a blessing. I would love at my funeral one day to have a stadium full of people, dreams I made come true.
Of course, Charlie, how old are you?
33.
You're 33. You're 88.
88. Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy, man. What's up, everyone? The 2021 NFL season is here, and DraftKings is all of the week's #1 action.
And if you didn't know, DraftKings is the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL.
It's easy to get started.
Just sign up using your code Hotboxin.
Then you make your first deposit.
And after you do those two things, you will get your shot at a $1 million top prize.
Anytime I get a shot at $1 million, I know I take it.
See DraftKings.com, baby, for the details.
So remember, download the DraftKings app now. Use code HOTBOXIN. Make your first deposit of at least $5. Get your shot at $1 million. Eligibility restrictions apply.
See DraftKings.com for details.
You got that second shot of life, man. Because obviously you're in the music industry.
Yep.
You won a damn Grammy for crying out loud. Mm-hmm. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm curious to understand that exit. And you know what I'm saying, when you reach the top like that.
So for me, like leaving the music industry wasn't very hard. I had a successful business, but like I said, Mike, like I'm a dreamer. I'm crazy. Like my mom, when I told her I'm gonna retire, she said, "How you gonna make money?" Because I'm telling her I'm gonna be an athlete, but she's looking at her son who's 300 pounds. You know, what you mean? You're gonna be an athlete? I'm like, I figured out something's gonna bless me. And I just left. It wasn't difficult. Like, I believe that we're created to create, and we can create anything. Like, we created a dream. It was effort. Like, I don't have that many followers on Instagram, but it was effort. It wasn't, I didn't get Matthew 300,000. It was just I used my platform and asked a few 100,000 people to help. And they helped. So it's like...
So what happens with that money?
Matthew and his family, they really want to get into a home.
Yeah, you were telling me that, yeah.
They really want to get a wheelchair accessible van because bless his mom's heart, mom, dad, everybody. They got to pick him up, carry him up these steps.
I remember when my stepmother come in, she was an old woman, 79, so we had to build a chair on the stairs. What's that? Banister on the stairway to take her up the stairs.
Yeah, and it's got to be tough because Pops, he has his own business, but Mom, she has to take care of him every day. So it's just a tough situation. So
well, I'm one of those guys that believe nothing's impossible to somebody who tries. Everything's hard. Yeah, everything's gonna be hard. The situation is hard, so you have to expect everything to be hard. We have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's just what it is.
Yeah. So with Matthew being able to be in a better place, like one of the manifestations I have right now is like a big fashion mogul, like a Virgil or a Kanye reach out and be
it's
like...
It's always possible. There's nothing. Listen. And I like to listen. I come from the fucking sewage of fucking Brooklyn. Listen, nobody in my neighborhood it's all animals. We hurt people. We steal from each other. We do all that stuff. And I'm saying nobody would ever think a guy like me would make it. Either. They diagnosed me as retarded. I'm hosting on my show, but I've been, they said I was retarded. Can you believe that? They put me on Thorazine and shit, and it helped me. More aggressive. They put me on Thorazine. Thorazine kind of make you like, no. But it got me, it worked different on me.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy that I wanted to put Matthew on the show so bad. Because we have so many hundreds of millions of viewers. I wanted them to see him.
I appreciate you so much for that, Uncle Mike.
I don't worry about that.
Man.
Yeah, Charlie. So what's the overall goal for you though? Like for obviously I know you want to start this. Man, a lot of your colleagues here, man, they quit their job. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is it just to continue to keep helping, like going on tour and continue to helping like the people that really need the help?
That's it, man. Like Matthew's a testament. This is what we want to do. Like I realized like in my life, I was surrounded by a lot of bad people when I was trying to make things about me. Like people steal from me, accountants, all sorts of bad business partners.
Friend, your family member.
People would take advantage of me because I'm really nice. But then when I made the mission bigger about other people and I got up off of me, I got surrounded by the best people in the world.
Same thing happened to me, brother.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And it's like once you taste what it feels like to like last
You be
night.
so accustomed to being with filth, and then when you with something of a clean nature, you say, "Hey, this ain't right. This is wrong." You don't even feel comfortable.
Yeah, because it's that programming. We don't even know that we're being programmed. We're around something so much, we don't even know there's another side to it. And then when I experienced this other side, where all this magic and manifestation and God just blessing miracles, I'm like, I can't ever go back. Like, I'm gonna sail off into the sunset doing this. I mean, after you see Matthew's mother and father at our Dreamer house last night just crying, they're just watching, like, every 15 minutes, $10,000 is coming in.
Listen, I've been to places, I've seen children with that are function talking to a machine with just nobody is the head, and they're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when I see situations like that, I'm very humbled. I'm very humbled, and I want to be involved with situations like that because it shows me who I really am, that I'm nothing. If I got all this money and I'm a big fly-ass nigga, if I can't help them, who the fuck am I? Who really am I?
Mm-hmm.
Am I some superstar, really?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't help somebody like that
Mm-hmm.
in his situation, and I love his family, and I can't help him? You know, that's no superstar.
Man, this says a lot about you because me coming from the entertainment industry,
It's not always like that, right?
well, I mean, there's a lot of people I know in the entertainment industry that follow.
I've been there. I've been listening. I'm older than you. I've seen more than you in the industry, okay? That is all about survival in there. That's just all about surviving, not about helping nobody, unless you're my team and you're doing what I tell you to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a control mechanism, and it's their crew against everybody else's crew.
That's right.
You know? And that's just how it is. And in boxing, it's the same way. The people that you trust the most and the people that you invest the most time in disappoint you the most.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why sometimes you have, because we're afraid, guys like me and him, we're successful, but we always give our power to someone else, you know? Because we think they're going to take care of us and love us, because that's what they said, and they do different.
Yeah.
You know, until you made this move right here, this is the first time you did something that you did, initiative, you know what I mean? Like, now this is the first time I did something, my own initiative.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you because you allowing Matthew and myself to come on when you interview the biggest people in the world. But this right here, like, I think Matthew in a year could be one of those biggest people in the world.
You don't see this. It's not like just me. His brother helped me interview the biggest people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, you know, it's just pushing it forward.
Man, it's special.
Yeah, how special is it for you, Matthew, to be with Mike, man? You know what I mean? To be in this position right now.
Very, very special. It's just a blessing.
You're living your dream right now, Matthew?
Yeah. There's more like to come, and yeah, this is just this is crazy. Like, yeah, like all these like these wonderful people, even Charlie,
Take your time, brother. We'll wait for
Matthew
you.
overwhelmed though.
That's what love does to people. It overwhelms people.
That's cool. Miguel, Michael, how is this,
Excuse me,
man? How's
brother.
this? Your little brother, man, what he's going through right now. How cool is it for you?
Man, it's super cool. Super, super cool. It's a major, major blessing. I mean, you know, since birth, he was going to be a twin, you know, but one of the twins passed away in my mother's belly in 6 months of pregnancy. So they had to perform a C-section, and Matthew was pronounced dead. So they resuscitated Matthew. He was 1.5 pounds. He was living, my parents were going in and out the hospital. He was in incubator for 6 months, had over 16 surgeries, said he was going to be a vegetable. He wasn't going to be able to walk, talk, or any of that stuff. My mother took him off of Western medicine, and she took the holistic route. We got into meditation, yoga, sound healing, all these herbal medicines and stuff. And he started talking. He started strengthening his legs. He's just a fighter all around. He puts me to shame. The stuff that this guy goes through, he's a real warrior here. I'm just here to be like, yo, I'm here to lift you up, bro. You know, so seeing him like achieve his dreams is probably like one of my biggest dreams, you know, as an older brother. And yeah, man, it's super overwhelming. All of everybody supporting our family is like the greatest thing in the world. You know, the prayers have been answered and God has just, you know, opened the gates of abundance and everything's flowing. So man, it's a strong feeling, Brother Henry.
Well, I just want to know one more thing before this is done. I want you to look at all these people and what you want to say to them.
They're very, very like wonderful. They're like a blessing for my life, and I love you guys with all my heart.
We love you too with all our heart.
My man's over here crying. Hey, brother.
Hey, chill out. Good, bro. Good. Relax. This is all family, bro. This is all love over here, man.
No strangers in here.
That's what's up. What about you, Charlie? What you want to close it out, man? You want to give a
Let the world know who you about and what you're doing, brother.
Man,
Look right in these people's eyes. Cameras, please.
all I can ask for anybody watching is support Matthew's dream. Let's make this one of the most inspirational men in the world, because he is. Let's give him stages. Let's give him platforms, wear his clothes. Everybody in here right now is wearing his clothes. And thank you so much for, you know, supporting Mike. And
All love, brother.
this is
Part
all
of the
about
family.
Matthew.
Part of the family.
Thank you
Everyone
guys
check
so
out my
much.
little brother's website, violetsarekindofpurple.com. We are rocking the merch. He designed it. You know, Uncle Mike's rocking it. Charlie's rocking it.
That's
Thank you,
cool, man.
Mike.
Well, you guys
Hey,
just
my
watched an
pleasure.
episode of Hotboxin with
Thank you,
Mike
man.
Tyson. I'm your co-host, Triple C, a.k.a. Henry Cejudo.
And Mike Tyson, so glad to have my guests here, Matthew and Charlie. And Mike, thank you very much for the evening, everyone.
Peace out.
We
everyone.
out.
Wow.